All right, if everybody come on in, we'll get started. We appreciate you coming out and being with us this morning. It's been a tremendous morning. It's been, of course, you know, it's been tremendously hot. And so we're really praying about doing something this week and next week with the kitchen. When you fire those fry leaders up and the grills, this week is 105. It's probably 120 in there this week. And we've turned all the gas off to them, trying to fix stuff now without putting some burners out. And we're praying that we can get a portable air conditioner that goes in one of those windows. And so we've never been able to do that because those windows are different. But I think we've got somebody that knows how to take them out and install one of them where our ladies back there that's cooking can have refrigerated air. And so we got air conditioner in the building, but once you get in that kitchen and fire it up this week, we got a stainless steel icebox and freezer and a sink. And when it was 105 outside, I walked in there and I couldn't touch that sink. It was so hot. So it's just hard on the refrigerator and the freezer. So pray with us about getting us one of those that'll fit in that window and take it right back out in the summer for summer when winter comes, and we'll work from there. So we're praying about getting us one of those nice ones that we can put in that window if you pray with us about that. Our song leader and his family is all at a family reunion in Dallas this week. They went down there where it's cool. I don't feel sorry for that creep. I don't feel sorry for that. And so anyway, we searched and we searched and we searched and we couldn't find somebody to lead the singing. So finally we conned him into it, and he said, "We'll give it a shot," but I don't remember what song I told him we was going to sing. So it's home. It's home. That's all I can tell you. It's a home church. Home cooking, home preaching, home people. And I love you and I thank God for you. Tonight's the bus offering, right? Right? Yep. And the band will be playing for us tonight too. So you don't want to miss that. We take up the bus offering tonight. That'll help out of our buses for all their drinks and stuff. And I'm telling you, we had a family that bought us a whole platform full of water from Sam's, and it's almost gone. These kids are drinking water like a camel, but it's just so hot. But you already know that, so I'm not giving you a weather forecast or nothing, but I'm just telling you what's going on at your church. It's just busy. It's really busy. I don't know if somebody could track down where July went. I'd like to know, because we was planning for the 4th of July picnic, and now then we're planning for a baby shower next week in August. I don't know where it went. I don't know. But I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate you coming and being with us. Give us your grace this morning, if you will, and we're going to have a great time. Brother Vince, please.
Please stand and turn your hymnals to page 327. I'm pressing on the way, new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying for the upward bound, with my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand on heaven's fragrant tableland, a higher plane than I have found. Lift me up to higher ground. My heart has no desire to stray where depths of sin and tears dismay. Lift me well and put me down, print me on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand, faith my heaven's tableland, a higher plane than I have found. Plant my feet on higher ground. I want to live the utmost height and catch a gleam of glory bright. But still I pray till heaven I found. Lord, let me feed on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand, have faith on heaven's tableland.
Thank you, Brother Vince and Brother Sister Brown. Who needs that guy we had? What was his name? Corbin. Yeah, Corbin. Who needs Corbin? Who needs Corbin? I never liked him when he was born. You watch him be watching that on phone coming in. He'll say, "You wait till I get home. You wait till I get home." Y'all done a tremendous job. I appreciate it so much. And let me try to be a help to you. Try to be a blessing. That's all I want to do. I want you to leave saying, "I got full. It's good eating." I don't mind paying good money for good food to go out and eat. That don't bother me a bit. But to pay good money and get nothing to eat, that bothers me. That bothers me. I won't be back. I know that. And so, why get up early, get dressed up, show up, not get nothing good to eat? What would be the point? Feed me something. Give me something good that I can chew on the rest of the day. That's something that might keep me on the straight and the narrow. I know after I first got saved, I was like you and me. I just a heathen. And I didn't have a too long expanding level. I couldn't think too long. My mind drifted and wandered. Maybe some of you might have that. But I told our pastor, I said, I have that trouble. I really do, and I don't know how to fix it. And he said, you got to get your mind fixed on what you like best, and don't let it just keep rambling on. You've got to get it fixed on something that is good. The book of James, don't turn there. The book of James, chapter 1, and 7, 8, it says, an unstable man is unstable in all of his ways. Then he said in verse number 8, James 1, 8, and let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord. As long as you're unstable, long as you're not sure-footed, as long as you're not steady-freddy, as long as you don't have roots down in, then you're going to drift from here to there to up to down to in. Now, you'll never get that. Let me give you an illustration. We got time. Someone gave me a bunch of plants here a while back. I love plants. I love flowers. I said this, and I had a few comments on it. Some good, and some said, I don't know whether that's true or not. But listen to me. You can always tell what the inside of somebody's house looks like by the outside. You can always look at the front yard, look at the house. That'll tell you exactly what the inside is going to look like. Same way same way as a human being. You dress this up and take care of this, it's going to be the same way on the inside. Anyway, somebody gave me a bunch of plants, and I've been busy. And every once in a while, I'd go out in the back, and when it got cool enough, I'd plant a couple of them, Brother Matt. And the rest of them sit over there. But then they was in the sun, so I had to move them. And I said, well, tomorrow night I'll set out a couple more plants. Well, the next night I got tied up out here and got busy. I didn't get to set them out. So when I got home, they was all drifted and molded over. You know what I'm talking about? You see? And it was like I run over this lady's cat. Wait a minute. No, I thought I cared, but I didn't. And, oh, I'll catch it. So out of the decent me, I went up to the door and I said, ma'am, I think I run over your cat. It's hard to keep a straight face when there's a miracle takes place. And she said, what did it look like? And I said, she said, no, I meant before it was run over. Anyway, you might as well laugh or go on down to the Mormon church. And those plants were still in the pot. So I moved them back around the shade, put a little water on them, and thought, tomorrow night I'll plant y'all. It went on like that for all week. I never got a chance, but I kept moving them. The last time I went out there, the graveyard dead. You know why? Because I kept moving them. but there was nothing for them to grow in. Does that make sense to you, Brother Jim? You've got to have ground, earth, for the roots to go down in. Even though they struggled and they tried, they just couldn't make it without getting something that would feed them. You're not going to make it unless you get in church and let somebody feed you the Word of God. You can't make it. You can't make it. Now that we're saved, we got to have spiritual food. Worldly food just makes us sick. So let's title it, Grow Where God Plants You. Grow where God plants you. Grow where God plants you. In Philippians chapter 4, in verse number 11, Paul speaking says, not that I speak in respect of want, because I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. God been good to me, better than I ever deserve. I know everybody else needs it worse than I do. That's all he's talking about. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Therewith to be content. So wherever God puts you, He's going to put you in a place where your roots or your life, your emotions, your feelings will go deep inside and start to grow. Doesn't that make sense? So wherever God plants you, be content there and grow there. I love a yellow rose bush. I love it. I love it. I don't know. My mother loved a yellow rose bush. I can never, ever get a yellow one to grow. I've got all the other ones, but I couldn't get a yellow one. My mother lived in an assisted living home down in Waco, and I'd go down there. She'd have a yellow rose bush right beside her window that was probably 8 feet tall and probably 100, 200 yellow roses on that thing. Make me so jealous and mad. And I said, Mama, how do you do that? Here's what she said. That rose bush loves where I planted it. What? Your bushes don't like where you plant them. I said, that's insane. But it made sense. So in Philippians chapter 4 and verse number 11, not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased and I know how to be abound. Everywhere in all things I'm instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ. Are you with me? Which strengthens me. Let me give you a note. If you are not planted, then you are uprooted. If you are not planted, then you are uprooted. If a man and a woman married is not planted in marriage to the love of one another, you're uprooted. You will never grow together unless you're rooted together. Never ever grow together unless you're rooted together. Are you with me? If you're not planted, then you're uprooted. And your roots have nothing to grow in. I love point number 1. I'm hurrying. To grow, you must be planted in the right place. You must be able to be fed what you need to grow on. You've got to know what it is that makes you grow on. Let's go back to the restaurant. Let's call it steak fingers. Let's call it ribs. Call it whatever you want to. But that's my favorite food right there. So I already know before I get there what I'm going to order because that's what fills me up. That's what I pay money for, to get something to fill me up, to make me feel good, to bring me back. So I've got to go to a church that'll feed me something, that'll keep my mind out of the ditch. I've told my wife 100 times visiting churches, if he can't preach, I'm out of here. Because my mind will drift me off in the ditch. So either preach or let somebody preach because I cannot stay focused if you're going to milly-mouth around, soft-soap it, or read me a stinking poem. Preach something to me. Tell me how sorry I am and how I can make it better. To grow, you must be planted in the right place. You must be able to be fed what you need to grow in. I love point number 2. You might ought to find Psalms. Please. If you can. Right before Proverbs. Did you find it? This New Living Bible ain't got it. Ain't nothing living about that dude, I can tell you that. Let me give you point number 2. The Lord will always put you in the right place, so you will be comfortable in a place so you can put your roots down deep. You therefore will be stable and unmovable. That's what he's trying to get across to all of us. I like it here. I love it here. And I can't get enough of it here. They could play that music all day long, and I'd still say, do it again, do it again. I could hear Brother Vince lead music. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. One more time. Someone told me the other day, why don't we just preach 20 minutes? I used to preach 2 hours. I used to preach 2 hours. But listen, if you can't do it in 20 minutes, you're chasing a rabbit. Just stand up, speak up, and sit down. Always remember KISS. Keep it short, stupid. I didn't come up with that either. The Lord will always put you in the right place so you will be comfortable, and a place so you can put yourself down in deep roots. You therefore will be stable and unmovable. So I've got to be in the right place. I can't be around drunkies and dopers and liars and cheaters and cussers. Why? Because that's what I used to be. I can't be around that stuff. I got to run. I got to hide. I got to stay away from it. So in Psalms chapter 1, let's read. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, or the Bible. In his law does he meditate day and night, Sunday morning, Sunday night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. In other words, he stays in church long enough to feel confidence enough, peaceful enough, to be able to take up an offering, to be able to stand and pray and dismiss, or walk forward and join the choir, or maybe want to pick a guitar or something. That's when they get comfortable enough to say, I'm amongst family here. I'm amongst friends here. I'm not auditioning. I'm becoming part of it. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season, and his leaf shall also not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. If I stay away from that bunch, I'm going to prosper. Listen to me real carefully. You are who you run with. You are who you run with. Birds of a feather do flock together. You are who you run with. Well, if I just stuck with the people in the church, I wouldn't have no friend. Now you're getting smart. Now you're getting common sense. Follow me. I've been in a long time. You're not going to get them to follow you to church, but one day they'll get you to follow them outside of church. I've done been there and done that, folks. I'm just telling you. I don't care who you are, how strong you are. One day it'll come up. You stay in church. You're always at church. That's all you do is church. Can't you just one time miss and come over and, well, what do you think, honey? It ain't going to miss one time. I mean, my gosh, we've been there 24/7, 365 days a year. What do you think? She said, well, I don't know. What do you think? Oh, it ain't going to hurt one time. If it gets rowdy, we'll leave. What do you mean if? You already know it's going to get rowdy. They've run out of friends, and that's why they're inviting you. Let me give an illustration. Grow in the place where God puts you is the same as a job. The same as a job, Miss Susie. Listen to this. Grow in the place where God puts you is the same as a job. You must grow to stay there for a while. You do not get benefits in insurance part-time. You gotta work more than 20 hours a week. You gotta come to church more than 1 hour a month. If you want the Lord to shower His blessings down on you, you're gonna have to get deep in your roots where He can bless you and you can begin to grow. Most young people, you go to work today, the first thing I ask is, how much am I going to make and when do I get my first vacation? Well, you're going to start at the bottom and there won't be no vacation because you're part-time help. Well, when's my insurance kick in? You don't get insurance, you're part-time help. Well, that stinks. The job, until you have proven you're going to stay, will not be beneficial. You're going to have to prove to the management you're trustworthy and you're going to stay a while. I love it. You will never grow until you get in a place and stay there. So stop getting in and out, starting and quitting. Stay long enough that you can call the place where the Lord planted you, you can call it home. Where do you go to church at? I don't go to church, I go home. You ask our teenagers that we pick up back there on the bus routes that bring them in, over 100 back there. Where's your Sunday school class? I don't have Sunday school class, that's my home. That's my room. That's my home. That's where I'm loved. That's where the mothers help me because I don't have a mother. That's where I get taught. That's where I get, this is home. Why do you think that most of our families in here has been here more than 15, 20 years? I've got kids on the bus that's been there 10 to 15 to 20 years. We got teachers back there that started at 8 years old on the bus with Miss Sarah and Omar. Sarah, first grade. Omar was going into first grade. Now then, they're back there teaching high school kids. They've both been married to each other, and they got 3 girls. We got a lady back there in the class. She's got 2 children that's autistic. She's got 5 kids, 2 kids without a man, 2 kids that's autistic that rode Miss Maydeen and Brother Gene's bus over here for over 20 years. Now she's got 5 kids. She's riding my bus, and she wants to see Mama. You may take us a long ways away, but you'll never take home away from us. It's still home. I wrote this and I'll let you go. Why? I want to let you out early because one of those buses don't have air. And it's going to be hot. So I'm thinking of the buses. Listen to it. This is a must. And I told a wonderful family this morning. I want you to get it. You must have these 3 homes. You must have an earthly home. Not a rent house. Not a rent house. What do you got against renting? Ain't got nothing against renting. It'll never be yours. You got to have an earthly home. That's where you live and raise. You got to have a church home. That's where you go and you praise and give thanks. Then you got to have a heavenly home. That's a resting place for eternity. You got to have all 3. Well, what about that rent? You'll never buy a $100 apple tree and plant it in the front yard. It's not your yard. You'll never put up a $5,000 fence around the back. It's not your place. You'll never put in $10,000 worth of new windows. It's not your place. You're just written. And until you get in and buy something, what can I buy at church? Glad you asked. What would it cost me to join this church? Your mind, your heart, and your soul. Until you put all you've got in here, it'll never be comfortable enough to call it home. Isn't that right, Brother Duncan? I've got to have a home. I've got to have a home. Well, I like flowers. I like trees. I like bushes. I like gardening. That's what we was raised on out in Pleasant Valley. But a rent house, I can't plant nothing because it's not mine. But I got to have a church home. That's where I can go. It's called, listen to it. This 4 walls and a roof is called a sanctuary. You know what a sanctuary means? It's a place for safety. I can come in out of all the hell of the devil they can throw in, and he can't come in here. He said, Peter, upon this rock I'll build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. You can't get in. And the only way he could get in, if he comes with a visitor. So let me say it one more time. You need a church home. I need a place that I can call my pastor, or my pastor's going to call me and find out, where was you, bud? What's going on with the prayer we're praying? What has happened to the house deal? What's happened to the car deal? What about the sick? What about the afflicted? I'm not trying to be a tracker, a stalker. I just want to plant a seed in your head while everything is going in a whirlwind, and you look at the phone and say, oh, it's our pastor. Out of all we're going through, he calls me. He calls me. That's what I do. Then I got to have a heavenly home. Why? Because it's an eternal place of rest forever and forever. I hope I've helped you. I sure pray I have. Now listen to me. Miss Cindy, would you come, honey? Either you're here, you're planted, or you're just scrambling. And I understand that. Those plants look good as long as I scramble on them until there wasn't nothing to feed them. And then they died on me. You're going to die on the vine too. How am I going to die on the vine? How's that going to work? You'll find yourself not interested in going to church anymore. You'll say it's not even worth it. I don't even want to. It's just, I've heard this about it, and this about it, and this about it. I've got a bad meal at the restaurant. Have you ever had a bad meal at the restaurant? But I sure didn't stop eating. So you're either here, you're saved, or you're lost. There's no in between. You got a church, or you don't have a church. It ain't no big deal not to have a church until it's a big deal that you don't get you one. Then it's a big deal. I pray to God I've helped you. When I pray, we're going to stand. When I pray, I want you to come. You need a church? Come on, talk to me. Whatever it is, never been saved? Come on, let's get that thing fixed. Never been baptized? Come on. Let's get it done today. Let's stand, please. Father in heaven, we come to you. We love you. We thank you for this very, very present day. All the glory of it, all the beauty of it, all of our wonderful people that could come, all of our beautiful people that we've been praying to come back, our visitors, or sick, or afflicted. Father, there's all walk here today, lost and saved, rooted and unrooted. faithful and unfaithful. Every one of us has got something, or we wouldn't be here today. It's a start, a baby step, to step out from where I'm at and let the preacher meet us halfway. I ask you to help him today in Jesus' name. Come pray with me. Come on. Come on. Let's get it fixed. Come on. Come on. You may be seated and we'll take up our morning offering. Remember, tonight's our bus offering. Our band will be playing tonight for all of our songs, and it's going to be a tremendous time. Brother Vince will be back leading our music tonight. It's just Miss Sarah's going to be singing for us tonight. It's going to be a beautiful, wonderful time. Brother Ron, would you ask God to bless, please? Yes. Please, God, please. God, please. Mm-hmm. Yes. God, please. God, please. Amen. Thank you for coming out and being with us, sitting through and listening and giving us grace with Brother Vince and Brother Sister Brown playing our specials. We get accustomed to doing something the same old way, and then we switch, and it throws everybody off kilter. And so there's no reason why we should do everything the same way every time, and we switch stuff up, and we try to, and sometimes the Lord allows people to be gone to where somebody else gets to do, and we learn that it's not about one man, one woman. It's about all of us pulling together and being willing to say, if I come to you and say, Brother man, I need you to sing a special tonight, and you'd say, well, of course, Pastor. Isn't that what you would say? He ain't even going to be here tonight. He's lying, he know it. He's lying, he know it, buddy. But no, I appreciate your prayers. Pray for us. We take all of these children home. We've got a bunch of new ones. We got precious grandmas riding our buses, and pray for them. A school about to start, And you know, we passed out letters to all of our kids to get them socks and shoes and underwear, and we're trying to get those turned in where we can catch it all on sale and get everybody fixed up for school. But we'll be there to help them, and I'm thankful for that. Miss Maydeen, don't leave until you catch that lady, please. Please. Visitors, thanks for coming, and be back with us tonight at 6 o'clock. There won't be no choir tonight, but we'll be having our band playing, and Miss Sarah will be singing for us too. So let's stand, and we'll be dismissed. If we could, Brother Matt, would you come dismiss us, baby?